Hey everybody, Michael Kurchanik, Macintosh Realtors here with the lovely, gracious, intelligent, and all-knowing Laura Fortier. And we're here to talk about all things real estate and lending. Laura, how are you?
I am fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. I'm loving that the weather is actually getting warmer. Like, my goodness.
Yeah, and we
And
didn't
it's
we didn't
great.
talk about this, but we're taping in the aftermath of the smoke from Canada. And did it affect you a lot, Laura?
Well, we did have those cloudy days. I can't say it smelled like smoke or anything, but that's what everybody was saying. So I'm suggesting that all you Canadians up there stop smoking.
Stop smoking cigarettes.
I know
That's
there's a
right.
lot of French Canadians that I think they like to smoke, but I know that's not what it was. I'm just
I
making
know.
fun.
I
And
know.
since we had like family, because my last name's Fournier, and my grandparents went up to Canada, and I don't know any of those relatives, and but nonetheless, I can poke fun at them for that reason.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Or
awesome.
that's my story. There's French Canadians up there that I'm related to, so it must be their fault. So, what are we going to talk about today?
So I was just sharing some frustrations I had with you off video
Camera.
that you know here's what our market's doing today. Okay, so inventory's low and there's a lot of buyers out there. Okay, it's frustrating for me when I have a client, we're scheduling to look at a house and I start doing initial comparables on it just to see how it's priced and everything. And sometimes it's frustrating for me, Laura, because um, the list price is higher than what it should be, like exponentially higher. And I
Mm.
feel like that's not the advice I would give a seller, Laura. Okay. So if
Mhm.
I was selling your house, Laura, I'd be like, okay, here's what the comps are. Here's everything, right? So we could price it higher, but what we want is we want traffic inside your house, Laura. We want people to submit offers, and we want as few strings as possible attached to the offers. And when it's priced high initially, people are going to know because they've been looking, and people are going to start adding strings to it because, will it appraise for that? What about a home inspection, well and septic, if it's on a well and septic? Stuff like that, Laura. So my advice, and many of my colleagues around the country are like, okay, here are the comps. Let's price it at that, or maybe even a little bit below, so that then if there is a bidding war, then the seller, we're doing the best we can for sellers so that they can decide on which offer is best. So that's what I'm seeing. So I want to talk about pricing your home today.
Yeah, I think it's was some good nuggets right there to unpack, because I agree with you that when you're listing your home and you go a little bit down below what the maybe the real comp value is, and you get that competition, you get multiple offers, people are going to push up and up and up. And they're going to know, since whatever, 5, 6, I've had 20 some people writing, on a house. I know there was one house, it was going to be an investment and purchase. They got like 47 offers or something nutso like that.
Yeah.
But that's the market we're in. So getting those multiple offers, I truly have seen over the last years that is what brings the more buyers in. More buyers mean more interest means more contracts, and then
Exactly.
you get that clean, super clean contract, and you end up this as a seller more in your pocket. So,
Yeah.
and just to give the people a little more background, how important is it to price the home correctly? Like, are there numbers on that, or?
So what we're seeing is an increase this spring in Maryland of price drops, where homes have been priced a bit high for the condition it's in or the location or whatever. It doesn't matter. But I think what we're seeing is, the spring market. We do see data that there are some price drops going on. And, it's been frustrating because what that means is it's on the market longer. If the owner has a mortgage payment, they're paying the next month's mortgage and the next month's mortgage after that. So they're losing money too, paying the taxes on it, HOA if necessary, whatever. And we are seeing homes that are staying on the market longer. Usually, in Western Maryland, we're seeing properties stay on about 20 to 24 days on the market right now. And when there's a price drop, it's always after about the 21st day, after about 3 weeks. I will tell you that inventory is still low, and it's so important to just price a home correctly. Just price it fine, and you'll get the offers, because the buyers are out there. No matter what
Yep.
you hear in the media, the buyers are out there.
The buyers are definitely out there for sure. And taking in consideration, do you maybe look at the other houses that are in the area when you're going to talk to somebody about listing their home? Do you do any previewing, or is there something like, looking at the pictures and stuff like that?
Oh, sure. When I talk to a seller, yeah. I try and so it depends on the timing of it, right, Laura? If you called me and said, Michael, come over tonight and well, let's talk about selling my house. Be like, okay, I probably won't have time, definitely won't have time to preview what's the active or the ones that are on the market in your neighborhood, right? But I always do a two-step process anyway. I'll come over first. I'll let you give me a tour. I'll hear the stories about your house inside and out, up and down. And then I come back a second time, a couple days later. And it's hopefully in that in-between time, Laura, that I'm able to preview other properties in the neighborhood, schedule showings for myself, just to see what the competition's like beyond what I already know if I've seen it, and beyond what I can see in the pictures and in the listing, right? So yeah, to the best of my ability, I do. When it comes to the second step, when I come back for a visit, Laura, you'll get the full Monty, as they say. You'll get all the comps, all my takes on it, how yours compare, square footage, upgrades, downgrades, condition, inside and out, stuff like that. So you always get a full, each visit's at least 45 minutes to an hour, each one.
So can somebody price their house too low? We've kind of talked about too high, but is there a too low?
Well, it can be. Here's the thing. Well, is it priced high or low or just right? It sounds like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, doesn't it? And if the home is priced too high, you run the risks, like I mentioned, you can deter buyers. And if it sits too long, you got to drop the price. And that's risky, because then buyers will think that, well, if you drop the price, something's wrong with the house, right? And then, Goldilocks, if the house is priced too low, then some buyers might think that there's something really wrong with the house, like that maybe we can't see, or the sellers don't know, or might know and aren't saying whatever. And a seller could also be leaving money on the table if it's priced too low, and because you want, as sellers, to get the most out of the house. But then if the porridge is just right and Goldilocks doesn't and goes to sleep, the seller has the best chance to sell their home. The buyers will come in, take a look, and they'll say, okay, this is priced right. Here's what I'll offer. Oh, we're competing against other offers. Okay, well, let me modify my offer. Let's have as few strings attached to an offer. And I'll tell people, listen, it's Goldilocks and the three houses, price low, priced high, just right, whatever. Just seek the advice of a real estate professional. You just sit with him or her and just say, okay, what are the comps on this house I want to buy? If you're a seller, what are the comps on this house I'm trying to sell? Professional agents go beyond the Zillow's estimates, the Redfin.
That's what I was going to ask
like
you.
that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How does that play into like your process and assessing what that magic number should be? And we know that the seller's gonna be looking at that. So what should they know about those zestimates and whatever else
Yeah,
they're called?
yeah, I tell you, Laura, I talk to colleagues around the country, and many of them are like, no, I don't even look at Zillow and I don't look at Redfin. And I tell them, I do, because that's what sellers do.
Mhm.
That's what, so I look, but I also do the comps. I do the deep dive. I do the old school stuff, roll up my sleeves, spend the hours studying the market and looking at other properties and stuff like that.
You gotta
Redfin,
do your due diligence and do your
yeah,
research, because they could have a
exactly.
misconception because of what they see online.
Right. And so with Zillow and Redfin, they have those algorithms based on assessed value and recent sales and stuff. But what they can't factor in are possible additions that are at the houses, the condition of the properties. They don't know how nice this house is or how poorly it shows. Um, they don't know the condition of the home. And as a result, they just have this, the algorithms are just straight cut and dry based on numbers and formulas. But there's also the emotional and esoteric and the beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder kind of thing, where homes are different and you have to take into account the upgrades and downgrades and things like that. So always don't always seek the counsel of a real estate professional. And if the home is in great condition, price it accordingly. If it's not in great condition, price it accordingly too. And those are the things that the Zestimate and the Redfin, all that stuff, they can't take into account because
They
they don't
haven't
have
seen
the
your
ability.
house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
don't have the
haven't
ability
seen
to
it in
do it.
person,
So
so they don't know. Yeah, for sure. So
yeah.
what are your final thoughts on pricing for our viewers?
Yeah, so I said it before, Laura, and I'll say it again. Seek the advice of a real estate professional. If you're selling a house, interview the real estate professional. Make sure that they come in with the comps and they share with you other properties they've seen. And make sure that the realtor actually walks through your home. Okay. And if you're on the buying side, we do understand that if I get a call at 1 p.m. and they want to see a house at 3 p.m. I won't have time to look at comps on the purchase of the property, but I will do it afterwards if they like the property. So seek the advice of a real estate professional, because in today's market, homes that are priced at current market value are selling.
Yes, and that means the next home is going to sell for more
That's
because
right.
it's gotten that next basis step up. So stop waiting out there.
Right. Yeah.
You're
And
shooting
and I'll
yourself in the foot. Knock it
yeah.
off.
And I'll say this, Laura, if anybody would like more information, I'll be happy to just message us and I'll be happy to share with them a document, a flyer on pricing your home to sell and making sure that the price is right. And please be sure to like, subscribe, and share.
Absolutely. This is great information. We need definitely more sellers out there, getting information on their house so they can put it on the market and keep the momentum going in the real estate, buying and selling real estate.
You got it. Well, Laura, thanks so much for the conversation. And until next time, have a great, great week.
Nice to see you, and goodbye, everybody. We will talk to you soon. Give us a call.
Bye-bye.